Hello and welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. In this world, sometimes people use them as pets. Others will battle with them. I myself like to watch my friends argue over meaningless crap about them. So let's talk today. Alright, you guys each have one Pokemon. What have you got?
Oh, everything I read about this Pokemon gets worse.
Okay, Kane, how about you go first? What's the name of your Pokemon? Give me a one-sentence description.
I choose you, Passimian. He's a monkey lemur, and he has a coconut on his head, and then he throws
One
a
sentence,
coconut.
Kane.
That was a real run-on sentence.
Yeah, not one run-on
fine.
sentence.
Kenneth, what about you?
Wishiwashi, the small fry Pokemon.
Alright, so here on How's That Pokemon, Kane and Kenneth each try to convince me that their Pokemon is better, and we work down a bracket tournament style. We're still in the first round, so neither of these Pokemon have seen any other competitors. We're going to find out who gets taken out. Kane, why don't you start? Kane, how's that Pokemon?
Great. He's a fucking lemur.
He's great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Give me a quick description of him aesthetically. Like, what is he about? What's he look like? What's his deal?
He's a lemur. And he's got a coconut on his head.
Half a coconut.
Half a coconut. He wears it like a half,
visual.
well, like a helmet, because his name is Passimian, which, according to Bulbapedia, might be a mix of the words pass and
Simian.
Oh, that's so subtle. Who could have ever noticed?
No, he uses his dex entries say that he uses berries and like things around the woods. Like he puts leaves on his on himself to like. In the anime episode, they do it to like distinguish like what teams they're on because they play ball with the coconut.
Oh, that's cool. So they're like playing what, like football?
Yeah.
Do they have American football in Japan, or is that considered something different?
Ooh, American football is very popular in Japan.
Oh, it is?
Yes. There is an actual American Football World Cup, and, the U.S. wasn't allowed to compete in the first couple of them.
That's amazing.
And they also have restrictions, like you can't have like Tom Brady can't be on the U.S. national team. Yeah. So that the team isn't too good. But, no.
Just live in Japan for a little bit?
No.
Is it one of those things like for the Olympics, we just kind of combine pro players into one team?
Yeah, you just get people from different countries and they come together. But it's
cool.
Japan won the first three, and then the U.S. won the fourth one. I don't know if there's been one since I've checked that, but Japan is.
I know this is a bit of a tangent, but like, why can't Tom Brady be on it? Is there like you can't be on a
No, it's only for the U.S. team because if you could just send a U.S. like you could just send like the Baltimore Ravens,
Yeah.
and they'd win every game by like a ridiculous amount of points. It'd be unfair
Okay.
because they sent like
So it has to be a totally separate team where you're not on another pro team.
yeah, the rules are you have to be like you have a certain amount of time after you graduate college and stuff from like playing college football and stuff. So it's pretty like even somebody like me who knows like a lot about football. If I look at the U.S. national team, I wouldn't know a lot of the players. A lot of them would be like guys that weren't good enough to make it to the NFL.
I didn't even know this existed.
And they still won fairly easily.
Yeah. Wow.
But Japan is, excluding NFL players, Japan is the second best football country in the world.
Oh.
And they have a big thing called the Christmas Bowl, which is basically a high school national championship. There's a bracket for the north of Japan and a bracket for the south of Japan. And then whoever wins each bracket, they play each other in the Christmas Bowl.
Cool. All right, so Kenneth, what Pokemon do you got? What are they about? What's they look like? What's their deal?
I got Wishiwashi. Wishiwashi is it's a sardine. It's like literally the Japanese part of its name.
Okay, winning argument. My Pokemon would eat your Pokemon.
Passimian. Did they show him swimming? No, they didn't. All right.
I feel like if he's good enough, strong enough to play ball, he's probably strong enough to swim.
I know people that can play football and can't swim for shit.
I don't know. I've seen monkeys get eaten by like piranha.
Buddy.
Well,
There's a lot of
Wishiwashi
them.
Whoa.
is not a
Kane,
piranha.
Kane, could you tell me what the people in Lola call Wishiwashi?
No, could you?
Oh, I could. They call it the demon of the sea.
Oh shoot!
Now,
The
they're not...
little fish?
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, the little fish, the demon of the
Yeah.
sea.
Why do they call it
Why?
the demon of the sea?
Because Wishiwashi can use their little starry ass eyes to alert all Wishiwashis within a 25-mile radius.
Holy shit!
Like, for real. That's a shiny ass eye.
Wow.
to come together and form School Wishiwashi, which looks like
So you're saying my Pokemon Sun and Moon account, when I catch one Wishiwashi, and I use the school form mode, that means
he's just
it's
calling
all
Wishiwashi
Wishiwashi from 25
within a 25-mile radius to turn into a giant whale.
What if you're battling with Wishiwashi and you're clearly in a landlocked area? Where are these Wishiwashi coming from?
Right, or I'm going to I'm playing in Kanto or whatever. And
Yeah.
Which is a question for a lot of Pokemon is how the fuck do you battle with an Arcanine when you're surfing? How do you use a Tentacruel in the forest?
That's a fair point.
That's a lot of Pokemon. It's
I'll give it to you.
how am I using my Charmander while I'm surfing?
I'll give this one to you.
Is it maybe you are using a Wishiwashi and there's a trainer a mile away
using a Wishiwashi?
And
Where's he going?
his Wishiwashi goes away.
He just flops around
He's
out of the way.
He's hey man, Wishiwashi over trainers.
Wishiwashi, you surf. No, sir, you gotta go help a bro.
But yeah, a bunch of them come together and they form what's called School Wishiwashi, which looks like a giant whale.
Wait, do they form one giant Pokemon, or does it look like a school of?
It's you watch Kids Next Door?
Yeah.
You remember the cat lady?
Oh yeah.
It's that.
Oh, so it is. It's a bunch of different ones, but they form
together.
one cat.
Yeah, it's like a C type thing, but they form
I know
one.
the artwork I drew made it look like it was just a bunch of them, but it doesn't look like a bunch of them.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the artwork here, Kane, and it looks like just a bunch of fish. Oh, and there's the official non-Kane artwork. That looks really nice. That looks really cool.
Official
It looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of the baby episode of Invader Zim.
Oh, where the babies form one
Yes.
giant baby. This is a really common thing in
theme.
Western cartoons.
It's really terrifying, and it's pretty terrifying in the games.
Yeah, the baby thing is.
Well, in Sun and Moon, when you're catching.
Yeah, you're trying to get a Wishiwashi.
Oh no! When it's one of the Alolan trials.
Yeah, and you're just I'm just battling the Wishiwashi. What the fuck is this? And all of a sudden,
and it
Wishiwashi
jumps out of the sea at you. It's a cool visual for the game.
So, Kane, tell me about lore and history and such. Anything cool about Passimian?
Yeah, so it's one of those duality Pokemons like Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, and this is the fighting type version of it. So there are two monkeys. There's Passimian, which is based off of lemur, and then there's Oranguru, which is an orangutan, but he's a psychic type.
Yeah.
So we've got the fighting type, psychic type duality going on, which I think is pretty cool. So in terms of stat-wise, Oranguru.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like Guru. But this is the hot-headed sports monkey. I love him. I have used a Passimian, so I'm a little biased.
A wiser man would have made this an Oranguru versus Passimian, but I also... It's what happens when I put this together, and I literally have never heard of these Pokemon before. I don't know what they're...
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I would watch my Passimian beat the shit out of the Wishiwashi. just slaughter it.
Until the eyes start shining.
Well, I don't... One hit before the eyes start shining.
25 to 30
I've got
mile radius.
I've got an 80 speed. I think I'll outspeed you for that one hit.
Oh, you're gonna... 80 speed is faster than the speed of light. Okay? The speed of light.
They'll just teleport over to make the giant Wishiwashi. So Kenneth, you got any cool lore stuff over at Wishiwashi?
I mean, there's cool lore for School Wishiwashi.
I'll take that. That's still that counts.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Its look is based off the Dunkleosteus. This is the ancient extinct fish.
That is so cool.
That's fucking rad as hell.
Yeah.
That explains why it's fucking terrifying.
Armor head. But yeah, Wishiwashi is based off of a sardine.
Oh. But the School Wishiwashi is...
School Wishiwashi is based off of that.
Does Wishiwashi evolve into anything, or is the deal with Wishiwashi just that it can become this big...
It's a Digimon type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it goes in School Wishiwashi, and then the battle's over. It's like, all right, everybody...
It's like a cheaper Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not as good, but...
That's still pretty cool. I wish there were more Pokemon that did that.
Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash Greninja does that.
I don't know why it's just Ash, but...
Is it Ash Greninja in the games?
Called Ash Greninja in the games, yeah.
Greninja.
The only way you can get Ash Greninja is by a special event. This is a little bit of a tangent, but it's a special event where Ash actually gives you his Greninja.
So Ash is a canonical character inside the game.
In Sun and Moon, yeah.
That raises an infinite amount of questions.
I know!
Also, Wishiwashi has numerous natural predators, including
Passimian.
Dugong,
Passimian.
Wailord, And two of the most dog shit Pokemon are its main predators, Wingull and Pelipper.
I love myself some Wingull, bro. Come on.
So basically, Wishiwashi is the lowest on the food chain, and that's why it has this badass, like, a school form, because they needed to just to survive.
Wishiwashi
What
is
happens
like...
when you take one of those Wishiwashi out the school form? Does the whole thing just fall apart?
Because even school Wishiwashi, there's like Wishiwashi that are like on the side of it, but
Yeah.
they don't look like regular Wishiwashi.
No,
They're
they
like
all
that
turn
dark,
into this like weird, like mind
dark shades of
controlled.
blue. And,
Yeah, their eyes like
Wacky.
disappear.
But
Yeah.
Wishiwashi is like, it's like somebody's little brother.
It's your Wishiwashi controlling all of them.
It's like somebody's little brother, and if you mess with them, and then the big brother finds out, they all run into.
They all run and help
Just
out.
like to show Jacob the shiny form of Passimian, in which he, instead of a coconut, which it's a green coconut that he uses.
Yeah.
But instead of a coconut, it's a mango.
I like that.
Me too.
I like when the shinies decide to actually change the design a little bit.
The new
Instead of
shinies
just
are
color
always
swap it.
way better than the new Pokemon shinies. Because
Yeah.
the old Pokemon shinies used to be just colored palette
Color.
swaps.
Yeah.
And now they actually design them. Because it's all 3D models.
Well, school Wishiwashi, school Wishiwashi is just a color change. Gold.
Wait, it just gets a little bit
Gold.
darker.
Yeah.
It's just, instead of a light blue, it's a dark blue.
and it has gold eyes.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Fish shaped.
But you know what else is cool? It's not, but Passimian was featured in a banned episode of Pokemon.
Good old band episodes.
Start talking, Gane.
Well, in this episode, it only aired in Japan because they decided to blackface Ash.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
I don't think they thought that one through when they did the storyboards. There's like a million other things they could have done to make that make sense.
Yeah.
But they gave James tits, so
Cultural differences.
that's a thing.
I am woefully unqualified to talk about the history of blackface, especially when it comes to its relationship with Japan.
Yeah.
But yeah, that seems really underthought.
It's the current series, so it was in 2018.
Also, Wishiwashi looks like... It looks like if Morty was a fish. Like, it looks like all just swim around and be like, whoa, oh jeez, oh jeez, school Wishiwashi, oh jeez.
We were talking about moves and stuff and what the Pokemon can do. If you use a move tutor, your Passimian can learn Gunk Shot.
What?
Gunk
Oh,
Shot.
gross, because it's a monkey, so, oh, gross.
And I think that's probably the
Yeah.
most satisfying thing I've ever heard. But you have to teach it Gunk Shot. It doesn't learn it naturally.
Oh, you have to go to, like, a move
You
tutor?
have to go to a
No, you have to,
move
like...
tutor.
you have
So wait, so there's a human being in the Pokemon world
Yeah.
who will look at your Pokemon and say, here's how you crap in your hands and throw it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's also a hidden ability. What?
This does bring us to
Oh, it's
competitive
from-
play. Are there anything cool competitive
Other
play-wise?
than your school form,
Other than my
About-
school form,
yeah,
I
my
ain't got
Wishiwashi.
shit.
I feel like
I mean, school form, look, we're talking about a base total of 175.
and to give you an example, Passimian's attack power base stat is 120.
Wow, that's pretty tough.
So Passimian's actually Passimian and Oranguru are pretty late game Pokemon, while Wishiwashi's like the magic card.
Yeah, although school Wishiwashi has a stat total of 620.
which is good, but
But the HP is still 45 and the speed is still 30.
So yeah, is that sort of a thing? It's just filling the Magikarp void?
yeah.
You're saying it's just instead of
Well,
a
we've
Gyarados, it's
got so many Magikarp.
Feebas.
Feebas and Milotic, which is literally just
Literally
like feminine
Magikarp.
Gyarados. But it's so much better. It feels so better to get that Pokemon.
Well, because it's hard as hell to find a Feebas. I remember searching for those.
Not only is it hard as hell to
boogers.
find a Feebas, but evolving into a Milotic in the original games is a fucking bitch and a half.
Don't you have to get a scale and trade it or something? Or
No,
it has a
no,
friendship?
those were
Up to-
clam pearls.
Yeah,
Oh.
Clamperls.
And there were two
Huntail and
Gorbis
Gorbis.
with the scales. No,
Remind me how you do melodic.
you have to
Beauty.
raise its beauty all the way max.
Oh, yeah.
In Ruby and Sapphire, they changed it in the later games.
How is it now?
I can't don't remember off the top of my head.
Because I actually
they changed the way you can make it beautiful. I believe.
Oh, because I was like, I actually kind of appreciate how tough that is.
Right,
Like,
I mean,
you like that. You love
it
that
was
melodic
supposed to be
by the
tough.
end.
This isn't tough.
Now it's beauty or trade holding prism scale.
Oh, prism scale.
Oh.
So you were kind of right.
It still feels like there's something nice about, like, I have grown attached to this Feebas now.
Right.
He and I are one.
Well, I mean, it's like you buy the $5 for $500 magic card.
Yeah.
For level 5, you train to level 20.
I do that all the time. Even now that I know, as, you know...
It's the first, if you don't start with Blastoise, it's the first, like, really strong water Pokemon you can get in Red and Blue, so it's
Yeah.
smart.
As a kid, even after I'd played through it and knew that Magikarp were super easy to get later in the game, there's just something nice about getting that Magikarp and training it to become a Gyarados.
Doing the time.
And then you're like, this is my Gyarados. I love him. He is my son.
Right. But Wishiwashi's not like that. Wishiwashi's lame.
Because he has school form from the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta say...
Oh, I don't know. We didn't like having strong Pokemon from the beginning. Oh, crazy.
I do have to say the giant Wishiwashi, that is the Alolan challenge, the water challenge, which they replaced gyms in the Alolan games in Sun and Moon, is pretty cool.
Actually, the name origin of the Japanese version of Wishiwashi is literally frail sardine.
That's amazing.
So, Passimian would eat it. Assuming Passimian's not an herbivore for some reason.
I don't think lemurs are herbivores.
I don't think so, but they like to use berries to kill people, apparently.
Wait, to kill people?
Well,
explore that.
Because berries are its weapons as well as a staple of its diet. The one that can throw a berry the farthest is the boss of the troop. Oh, these lemurs also hang out together like a football team.
Like a school.
Yeah. I guess you wouldn't just fight one Passimian if with the school of fish. It would be the whole team fighting the school of... What a great anime episode that would have been.
Wishiwashi versus Passimian.
Wait, so they're like a team, so they're like a bunch of football bros.
Yeah.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, and then Oranguru is like, you guys maybe should chill out.
Alright, I'm thinking we're going to final verdict time. Last thoughts? Yay, nay?
I'm gonna re-utter that my favorite thing about Passimian is that his shiny form uses a mango instead of coconut.
Frail sardine.
Yeah, I'm giving this one to Passimian.
Yes! Yes!
And a lot of what won me over was that they're like a big band of football bros. I was like, I can get down with big band of jocks.
To look very closely at my Passimian. I worked really hard to draw him.
Oh yeah, how his cantaloupe is a football.
So literal.
I'm not past Zoro. I can't get past it.
The best part is, when that episode comes up, we don't mention it because they weren't done yet.
Yeah, and now that they're done, and all I can think of is you fucking Zoro.
Yes.
And did Zoroark win? No, it didn't.
No,
okay,
didn't
so
win.
I don't ever have to look at it again.
Yeah.
No, but Malabar did.
Yeah, Malabar did. Grief. We'll see you guys next week.